I was 3 days away from losing my company. 23 simultaneous labor lawsuits, demanding compensations totaling $2.5 million. My bank account frozen, suppliers abandoning me, clients canceling contracts. I built this company from scratch over 10 years, and in 6 months I was watching everything crumble. My lawyer told me it was impossible. No company my size had that many lawsuits without complete negligence. I wasn't sleeping, wasn't eating, was medicated for anxiety. Until the bank's auditor, a sharp-eyed man named Roberto, called me in for a meeting. He placed 23 folders in front of me and said, "Marina, all these employees have something in common. And you won't believe what I discovered." What he showed me destroyed my family forever. My mother, Celia, worked her entire life in HR departments. When I opened my logistics company in 2014, she was the first person I wanted by my side. I offered to hire her as human resources manager with an excellent salary. But she wanted more. She wanted partnership, wanted 50% of the company I had built with my money, my risk, my years without sleep. "Marina, I'm your mother. After everything I did for you, you can't give me this peace?" she would say, with that martyr tone that always made me feel guilty. But I had investor partners. I had commitments. I offered 10%, she refused. I offered 15. She walked out slamming the door. That was in 2019. She never worked with me. We spoke little. Tense family gatherings, cold WhatsApp messages. I thought she had gotten over it, that she was proud of my success, even if not directly part of it. In March 2024, I received the first labor lawsuit notification. A certain Carlos Mendez claimed he had been fired without just cause and without receiving severance pay, $15,000 in compensation. I didn't even know that name. I searched through the entire payroll, nothing. My lawyer said it was common fraud, someone trying to take advantage. But then came the second, and the third, and within 2 months there were 12 lawsuits. Names I had never seen, claiming to have worked as drivers, helpers, administrative assistants. All with evidence, signed employment records, payment receipts, even photos in company uniform. The situation became a nightmare in June. 23 active lawsuits. The bank froze my checking account by court order. $2.5 million held. I couldn't pay suppliers, couldn't pay the real employees. 3 major clients canceled contracts, afraid of being associated with a problematic company. I spent nights awake, trying to understand. I combed through documents, spreadsheets, tax records. My company had 42 registered employees. How could 23 people claim to have worked for me without any record? "Marina, you need to understand the severity," Dr. Henrique, my lawyer, told me in a tense meeting. "Labor court favors the worker. They have signed employment records with your company's stamp. They have payment receipts. They even have witnesses. If we don't prove it's fraud, you'll lose all the lawsuits." My voice trembled. But I didn't hire these people. I know each of my employees by name. Then someone hired them. Someone had access to your stamps, your documents, your signature. That's when the bank demanded a forensic audit. Roberto Silva arrived with a team of 3 people and began combing through everything: contracts, pay stubs, statements, tax documents. He was methodical, cold, didn't talk much. A week later, he called me alone into the conference room. 23 folders open on the table. "Marina, I'll get straight to the point. All these lawsuits were filed by 2 different law firms, right?" "Right. And you noticed that all the employees claim to have worked in different periods? Some in 2020, others in 2021, 2022, 2023? "Yes, my lawyer said that made it harder to contest, because I couldn't say I didn't have a company back then." Roberto adjusted his glasses. "Exactly. It's very smart. But the person who orchestrated this made mistakes. Small ones, but fatal." He opened the first folder. Carlos Mendez supposedly worked as a driver from January to June 2020. Signed employment record, payment receipts, everything proper. Except look here. He pointed to a detail in the receipt. "The font used in this document is Calibri, size 11. What font do you use in your official documents?" "Arial, size 10, always have." "Exactly. And look at this." He placed another document in front of me. "Juliana Santos, supposedly administrative assistant from March to August 2021. The company stamp here is perfect, but the paper..." He grabbed a magnifying glass. "This paper was manufactured in 2023. See the watermark." My heart raced. "How do you know this?" "I've been a document fraud specialist for 20 years, and there's more." He opened several folders at once. All 23 employees have bank accounts at the same bank. All opened accounts between 2019 and 2024, and all received a single deposit of $500 to activate the account before filing the lawsuit. Where did these deposits come from? Roberto looked me in the eyes. From an account in the name of Celia Aparecida Ferreira. Your mother. The world stopped. I felt my stomach turn, my hands freeze. No, it's not possible. My mother? Marina, your mother worked 30 years in HR. She knows the entire hiring process, knows how to forge labor documents, knows the loopholes in the law. And there's more. He opened a spreadsheet on his laptop. We found emails. Your mother corresponded with both law firms, guiding every step. She created false identities, dummy CPFs, used the stamp and signature she herself forged based on documents you probably left at home or that she photographed when she had access. Tears ran down my face. Why? Why would she do this? Revenge. In the emails, she makes it clear. My daughter denied me what was rightfully mine. Now she'll pay for every cent she owes me. She wanted to destroy your company, Marina. She wanted you to lose everything. I spent the entire night awake, staring at the ceiling. My own mother, the woman who raised me, whom I loved, had orchestrated $1 million scheme to destroy me. Because I didn't give her partnership in the company. Because I set boundaries. The next day, Dr. Henrique filed criminal charges against my mother. Fraud, document forgery, criminal conspiracy. The police sought her out for testimony. She called me. For the first time in months. Marina, what did you do? You sent the police after your own mother? My voice came out firm, without trembling. What did I do? Mom, you created 23 fake people. You forged documents, opened fraudulent bank accounts, filed false lawsuits. You wanted to bankrupt me. I wanted what was mine. You owed me that. I didn't owe you anything. I built this company alone. I offered you a place. You refused. A place as an employee. I'm your mother. And a mother doesn't do what you did. I was screaming, years of guilt and manipulation exploding at once. You almost destroyed 10 years of work. 40. 2 real employees almost ended up on the street. I almost lost my house, my sanity. Silence on the other end. Then, her voice icy. You'll regret reporting me. No, Mom. The one who will regret this is you. With Roberto's evidence, all 23 lawsuits were dismissed for fraud within 40 days. The account freeze was reversed, the funds returned. More than that, we discovered the 2 law firms were accomplices. They knew these were false lawsuits and would receive 30% of each victory. All were reported to the Bar Association and to justice. My mother was sentenced to 6 years in prison, plus compensation of $1,200,000 for damages caused to the company. She appealed, but the evidence was irrefutable. The emails, bank transfers, forged documents, everything traced back to her. At the trial, she looked at me with pure hatred. No regret, no remorse, just anger at being caught. Today, a year later, my company has recovered. We're growing again, hired more employees, recovered our clients. I changed all security processes, implemented fraud-proof systems. My mother serves her sentence under semi-open regime. I don't visit her. I don't answer her calls. For me, the woman who was my mother died the day she chose to destroy me out of greed and ego. I learned that family isn't who shares blood. It's who roots for your success. And sometimes the greatest betrayal comes from where you least expect. But I survived. And my company is proof that nothing lasting is built on revenge and lies.